Good evening, everybody. Colin here with Techout, and I want to talk about. I just want to first preface this for anybody just joining or anybody watching this later on. This is not intended to be a political stream or anything like that. This is solely going to be talking about the tariffs that are going to be going into effect here in the next few hours. Actually, it is almost midnight here, Eastern Standard Time, and I want to talk about some of the things that we're seeing, some of the things that we could see, and some of the things that are kind of rumored. So first things first is I guess we'll start off with the first thing that I noticed from this, and that is the fact that Nintendo has already delayed pre-orders for the Nintendo Switch 2 due to these tariffs. And the Switch 2 was actually supposed to start pre-orders tomorrow on the 9th, and that is no longer going to be the case. I think they pretty much announced that right when all this kind of started. And I'll pull up the announcement here. Let's see. Yeah, the announcement was last week, and it was supposed to start pre-orders a week ago or a week later. And here is the Best Buy page right here. It used to have the date on here for the pre-orders, and the pre-orders were supposed to start, like I said, on the 9th. That has been removed from the website. And if we look, it used to say right here, pre-orders begin. It used to say April 9th. Now it just says pre-orders begin soon. Pre-order to pick up. So they do still have a pickup date on here, but they don't have a date when we're going to start pre-orders. So I think what's going on here is Nintendo's keeping the release date the same, but they are kind of pushing back the pre-orders so they can figure out what they're going to have to do, probably price-wise, with the tariffs going into effect. So they are kind of waiting to see what's going to happen between now and release day, to see, before people are, if they pre-order them, they're kind of locked in on the price. So I guess Nintendo's trying to give it a little bit of time to see if they're going to have to up the price. So there could possibly be price increases for the Nintendo Switch 2, which is already, I would say, pretty substantially more than the first Switch when it came out. Now, I mean, there's some improvements and stuff like that. It's not a first generation product anymore by any means. So I would say the $150 price increase is kind of justified over what we got with the Switch 1. But Apple is also importing a bunch of iPhones. They were importing iPhones ahead of the tariffs to have here in the US, so they can continue to sell anything that is imported before the tariffs go into effect. The import fees don't apply. So if Apple has stock here in the US, then they are able to sell that at the same price without having to pay any import fees or tariffs on it. So they're stocking up here in the US to get prepared for that. Some other companies are kind of trying to work things out. Another issue is companies have, even if they manufacture here in the US or assemble things here in the US, they're still getting tariffs, tax and stuff like that on parts coming in and stuff like that. So even if it's made in the USA, semiconductors and boards and stuff like that, all that stuff most of the time, I would say 99% of the time, comes from China, India, Vietnam, all those places, Korea. A lot of those big tech industries are over there, especially for the manufacturing. So even if it's a U.S. company like Apple, Google, stuff like that, a lot of their phones or all of their phones are manufactured overseas. And if they bring manufacturing to the U.S., they have to bring manufacturing for everything to the U.S. because they can put the phones together here, but if all the parts for the phone come from somewhere else, then they're just it applies to everything. So it's just jacking up the prices, no matter which way you look at it. So we're already seeing the effects. Stock prices are going down, all that kind of stuff, and a lot of these tariffs are 50, 60. 70%, I think, like 90% on Vietnam, something like that. I mean, it's crazy high. Like, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if prices for some of these devices, if companies aren't going to foot the bill themselves, are gonna go up a couple $100. So, Apple may be importing the iPhone, the current models now, but what are they gonna do when the next one comes out? If this isn't resolved, if they don't work something out with, trade deals and tariffs and stuff like that, between now and the next iPhone release, we could be seeing substantial price increases for the next generation of products. And that doesn't go for, just Apple. That goes for everybody. If their products aren't already imported into the U.S., then we're going to be in a world of hurt when it comes to the next generation products that are going to be coming out within the next year. Like I said, if trade deals aren't worked out. I do see here that there is a loophole for packages from China and Hong Kong that allows American consumers to directly import goods to the U.S. valued under $800 without paying anything. Now that says American consumers, so I think that applies to people buying things from overseas just as individuals. I don't think that applies to companies. So like if you buy something on Temu or Alibaba or AliExpress or something like that, then you're not going to be paying an import fee. Then, so individuals won't have to pay it on lower price stuff, but if it's above $800, then it would apply. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all works out. It's going to be kind of probably kind of scary because, like I said, we're going to be in a world of hurt for a little while. So if anybody has anything to add to this, leave it in the comments. Let me know what you've seen, what you've heard. Because like I said, I don't pay attention to all this kind of stuff all the time. Tariff this, tariff that. Vietnam may back out of the deal, or we might not have a tariff on Vietnam. Because I think, was it Vietnam and like Korea or something, they were trying to work out a deal, or India, one of the two. But yeah, I mean, it's just like crazy high amounts too. So like, I mean, if you have a $1,000 phone with a 50% tariff, that's another $500 on top of it just to import it. So you're paying almost half the value of the phone to import it. So yeah, I mean that's crazy. They may back out now. So yeah, I mean, we got like an hour until these go into effect. So it looks like, yeah, it says Apple lost 300 billion in value. And Vietnam, so this is the stats for Apple. India accounts for 10 to 15% of iPhone production, 20% of iPads, and 90% of products like Apple Watches are produced in Vietnam. Vietnam has one of the highest at 46%, and then 26% import tax on India. So better like if you're looking at buying anything tech related, now might be the time. And I think let me see the DJI, I have the creator combo. That's what I use for my camera. I want to say that price has already gone up. Yeah. The creative combo is now $799. And you can still get these. Costco still has stock of these for like $4.99. I think I paid like $679 or something like that for this from Best Buy when I got mine. So crazy. They have the vlog combo, which comes with the two mics and the charging case. Or you can get it with the creator combo, just comes with the mic transmitter itself. It doesn't come with the receiver, but yeah, that's crazy. Almost $1,000 for that. So definitely prices are definitely going up. I'm using the DJI Mic Mini for the streams now. I have the mic 2 for the camera for the videos, and then I use the Mic Mini for the streams and stuff like that. So glad I got this. Now I don't think the prices are really going up on this, but we'll have to see. But right now they are $89 for the bundle I got, which is a pretty good deal. Nice. Yep, got that just in time. Man, stuff like that is just going to be crazy, crazy expensive if all this is if all this goes the way they're planning. Going to be expensive. Did you get one of the new TVs that just came out, or did you get one of the other ones? .43-inch AI vision. Oh, you should use my HOW link. I could have given you a link for it. I sold one of the I sold one phone with my HOW link. I sold a phone and a case. Somebody bought one of the phones when I was talking about that trick where you can add the Galaxy Club membership and get it for like $400 some off. What is this? I need to get off the DJI website because these are yeah. They have some cool drones these days. $2,100. Woo. Man, these things are nice. Q7F. Yeah, I think I don't remember, somebody was talking about it. Now I'm just looking at I was on the DJI website looking at the mic prices, and now I'm just looking at the the drones. These things are crazy. Look at this thing. How much is this? Ooh, nope. You get a car for that much. But I mean, these little things are pretty cool. But interesting to see how much. I know DJI is really being affected by the tariffs because they're already increasing, like I said, the prices on some of this stuff. Also, I got, I picked up, well, I didn't pick up, I got the Anker Solix C200. I used part of my Amazon gift card that I got from the Galaxy Squad. I've been doing all those tasks on the Galaxy Squad, so I've been getting a bunch of Visa gift cards and Amazon gift cards and stuff like that. I think it was 109 bucks, 60,000 milliamp hours. So very, very nice little battery there. I was gonna get the AC one with the outlets on it, but I was like, everything's USB-C. You know, everything's USB-C these days. I don't really need the bigger one with the outlets on it. It wasn't really the price per se, because, you know, like, I mean, it was the same, you know, $100 more, but I had the gift card. But I was like, I don't want the bigger one. I want something nice and portable, but still powerful. So I picked that up. I'll put a link. I'll put the thing in here if anybody's watching this later and wants to look at it. It's the C200 DC. They do have another one. It's like it's almost, well, no, like $90 off right now. They have another one where they have a 12 volt port on it, and it's a bigger battery, but it's still the DC. But yeah, the Roku, the drone. Yeah, I've had I have a Phantom 4 Pro, Phantom 4 Advanced or something that me and my dad got like probably almost 8 years ago now. It's like 20. We got it in 2017. I saw it on the DJI website when I bought the warranty. Awesome drone. I mean, it flies great. It's easy to fly. It's got all the obstacle avoidance stuff and the follow stuff. I mean, I'm sure they're a lot more advanced now, but I think we paid like over $1,000 for it back then. And the only issue we've had with it is the batteries. If you let the batteries sit, it kills them. You've got to leave them on the charger in storage mode, or it'll just destroy the battery. And the batteries are like $150, $160 a piece. So, and you need more than one battery because you only get like 20, 30 minutes of flight out of a battery. So you want to have like 2 or 3 of them if you're going to go do anything. But we go up to the trails in West Virginia and go ATV riding. So we'll take it up there sometimes. It's cool to fly it around and have it follow us while we ride around and stuff like that. It's up in the mountains, so you can't do it too much because, you know, there's a bunch of trees and stuff. But it's still very, very nice to do that. It takes great video too. So, but yeah, I'm just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen with all this and where we're going to go with the tariffs, because I don't want to be paying all this extra money to get my stuff just because. I mean, think about it. We're not getting anything out of this. I mean, maybe in the long run, America, you know, somebody will get something out of this in the long run. But here, anytime soon, we're paying extra just to get our stuff because of where it comes from, is the gist of it. So. That kind of sucks on that. But maybe people will start manufacturing in America, and that'll help it out. But who knows? Who knows where that's gonna go? But yeah, check out the Anker Solix if you need a power adapter. I also got this Ugreen little cable I don't know. It was on Amazon. I don't remember how much it was. Where did I buy it? It was like, let's see, $10. That's a really good cable for $10. It's got. I thought when it said it had the LCD on it, I thought it was going to tell you the wattage. It doesn't tell you anything. It just has like little eyes that pop up on it. Like it makes like a little face. I guess it kind of. They have other products that do that. They have like little faces and stuff on them. I think that was kind of what they were going for, to kind of make it fit with those. But I was kind of under the impression that it would show the wattage on there. It doesn't, which is fine with me because all my charging hubs now, the Anchor Solix, my Anchor hub, all that kind of stuff shows the wattage on anyway. I don't need to see it on both ends of the cable. That's kind of pointless. But 6.6 feet for $10. Really good deal. They have 10 foot for $12.79. It's 20% off right now. So again, I'll link these in the description if anybody wants some good cables. It's braided. The ends feel really nice. It feels really sturdy. Doesn't feel like it's going to fall apart. So I either buy these or the Anchor cables. I just happen across that when I. Yeah, this cable doesn't show output. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. Here, let me turn it's plugged into my power bank. It's a real nice cable though. It's got like the cable management things. It came with like 2 of those on there. There's one on both ends. But yeah, this is all. That's all it does is it gives you the little eyes. So it's cool, but if you could save a couple bucks and get a cable without that, probably it's kind of pointless. But I think it's supposed, like I said, I think it's supposed to fit with other things in their product line, and I just wasn't really paying attention. I will put a link though to another one that I have that does show the wattage. I find that these don't last as long. Here's the one I got. They're like $6 though, but I've had to replace it like once or twice. They covered it under warranty, and the second one's been okay. So the first one may have just been a dud. But Larry, if you're interested, I will put this one in the description as well. Okay, that one's in the description too. Yeah, they're 1.2 meters, however long that is. I think that's like 4 or 5 feet. Is on sale. It's 36% off right now for $6. So can't beat that. They do have some longer ones, 3 meters, $11. So yeah, you can get that for the same price you can get this one. But I like this cable. Like I said, it feels nice. I like the braided ones that don't like, they're not too rigid, because I like them to be somewhat flexible, especially if I'm using it like on my nightstand or something. I don't like the cable to be all, grabbing onto things and stuff like that. So I'm going to put that one on my nightstand. That one's a 100-watt cable. I think this other one, yeah, they're both 100-watt cables. Larry, do you have, let's see. Do you have one of these? One of these hubs? This is the best charging hub that I have ever had. I love this thing to death. It's gotten software updates for more features. So you can actually customize the ports on it in the app. So it connects, you can either do Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. So you can have it connected to Wi-Fi, you can control it from anywhere. And you can, let's see, I'll pull it up on my phone because I'm logged in. Let's see. So you can do, you can see like up on the animation, like it shows on the little diagram what's plugged in. Like the first 2 ports on it aren't plugged into anything. The second 2 are, you can see there. One of those is my wireless charging pad, and one of those is my wireless Qi 2 stand. So they draw a little bit of power. I don't know what the camera just did. it like tripped out because of the, hello, there we go, because of the phone brightness. But yeah, so you can do that. You can turn the ports on and off. You can also do a custom charging mode. And in this custom charging mode, you can choose how much wattage each port gets out of the allotted 250 watts. Come on, camera. There we go. Out of the 250 watts. So like the first port's capable of 140. That's the only one that goes up to 140. Everything else is 100. So I have that one set to 130. And I'm actually going to bump that up because when I charge this, I'm going to want 140. You can also go in here, and I don't think I've updated this app yet on here. On the iPhone one though, you can choose what charging standards you want each one to use. So that is pretty cool. I'm actually just going to turn the USB-A ones off because I don't use the USB-A at all. And then I can get 140 watts. I don't know why you can't, can you not set the, yeah, you can't set the charging protocols in the Android app yet, it looks like, but you can on the iPhone app. So you can customize all those. Yeah, I'm using the, so I bought the DJI Mic 2, or the Mic Mini. I have the Mic 2 that came with my camera, and what I used to do is I used to plug the camera into my computer, and I would use that for the face down, like the overhead shots, because the mic has Bluetooth, so I can connect it with Bluetooth to my Mac, but it disconnects it from the camera when I do that. So I can actually have it connected to the camera and have the audio from the camera go to the computer, no matter what, like, you know, input I'm using, whether it's this, or the camera. But I figured if I'm going to be streaming a lot and doing the podcast and stuff, that I'd rather have something dedicated that I don't have to pair to the camera than pair to the computer or have the camera plugged up all the time. So this one, I bought the transmitter with it. You can buy just this piece right here for like 60 bucks. And this has Bluetooth and the transmitter mode, so I can actually switch it between Bluetooth and that. But it's just a USB-C receiver, so I can plug it into my phone when I'm making shorts, or I can use it on the computer, which is what I'm doing now. So I absolutely love this mic. And people actually say that this one, even though this is the cheaper one, sounds better than the regular one. But I have it just on the regular mode. Here, Larry, I'm gonna change it between this and the audio, the noise cancellation. So this is the noise cancellation. It's supposed to kind of block out stuff, and then that is the regular mode right here. You saw the little light over here go off. Which one sounds better? Do they sound the same? Is one more quiet, or is it pretty much the same? There's not really much background noise in here, so I can't imagine that it would be too much different. But yeah, let me see. I'm just gonna pin all this stuff for anybody that is looking for this stuff. Yeah, you can buy the mic by itself for 59 bucks. You can buy the one with the charging case and the receiver. Two mics, charging case, and receiver for 169, and then I paid like 89 for just this and the receiver. So pretty good deal there in my opinion. Because I really like the little mic. It's really tiny too. I mean, it's like, that's my finger. So very, very, very small. Not different. Yeah, I mean, there's no background noise in here, so I didn't figure it would be too much different. I leave the other one on noise cancellation. I actually didn't realize that it was. I was wondering why the power light was yellow instead of green, and I was like, why, you know? And I looked it up and I figured out what it meant. But there's not a huge difference in audio quality. Speaking of Anchor, they emailed me. So I've never gotten anything for free from Anchor, but they emailed me the other day and they're like, hey, like, we saw your video. Can you put our link in the description? And I'm like, I paid for this stuff myself, so no, I'm gonna leave my Amazon link in there and make my affiliate revenue. And I was like, if you guys want to, you know, pay for something or send me something, then sure thing, I'll put, you know, whatever where. But they said they were gonna send me this And where's the other one? The one that plugs in. Well, they both plug in, obviously, but where is it? This. So this thing, this Anchor Prime, which I really want this because this also has Wi-Fi and works with the app. And it's got 4 USB-C, 2 USB. I mean, this is basically like the other one, but it's got outlets on it as well. So it's pretty cool. So, I mean, you can do, I think, the same things. I don't know if you can change like the charging modes of this one. I don't really need that. I would kind of just like this for, if they send it to me. I was going to buy one of these anyway, eventually. But that, and then I've got this power bank. Absolutely love this power bank. This is the one with the retractable cable. I got this right before I broke my other one, my good one that had the Bluetooth and everything. That was my favorite power bank, and I drowned it in some Powerade on accident. It was in my backpack, and I put a Powerade in my backpack, and it got all over it. And it kind of slowly died a slow death the rest of the day. But I'll pin this too. Yeah, I kind of died a slow death the rest of the day. And I think I ordered this right before then. So I had this coming already. $109, 25,000 milliamp hours, retractable cable. And then this, I can't get it to go all the way over here, but the little strap thing right there is also a cable. And they both will charge it. So you can plug in the retractable cable, or you can plug in the little side cable. And they both charge the power bank. So pretty cool. It shows battery health, charge cycles, wattage in and out, temperature, all that kind of stuff on the screen. One thing that the Solix does not do, which is kind of weird because it's, kind of one of their top of the line products, I would think, but this does not anywhere show you the charge cycles, how many cycles you have on the battery. It doesn't show it in the app. It doesn't show it on the screen. The only thing the screen shows is the percentage, the Wi-Fi connection, and it'll show watts and time remaining when something's plugged into it. But if we go into the app here, the only control you have on this screen is if you tap this, you can turn the you can remotely turn the screen on and off, which is cool. If you have this sitting somewhere else, since it's Wi-Fi connected, you can control it from anywhere. But you can turn on the device timeout, which I have it set to never, so it's not going to automatically sleep. Screen timeout has to be 30 minutes or 5 or 30 minutes or 20 or 30 seconds. You can't leave that on all the time. But yeah, it doesn't show the charge cycles in here, so maybe they'll add that. It's still on firmware version 0.1.1.1, so seems like a pretty early build, so hopefully they add that maybe. I'll have to ask somebody on the forums. That might be something that's coming, because I like to see the charge cycles and stuff like that. But this has the new batteries in it that is what are they, the LifePo 4 or something like that, I think is what they're called. Yeah, LifePo 4. So you're supposed to get 3,000 cycles. So I don't know how many cycles we were at though. So we'll have to see, but pretty cool. 3-year warranty, 3,000 cycles. App control, like I said, so that is exactly what the app looks like. There's nothing different there. But this is the other one. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to get one of these and check it out. They have an $80 coupon on here right now, so it's like $219 or whatever. But this one's got 3 AC outlets on it. This one you can also charge via AC. Yeah, so it's got a 15 watt USB-C, 140 watt USB-C, and I think that one in the middle there is 140 watts as well. Yeah, so it's 140 watt out, 140 watt in and out. 3 ACs at 300 watts. I don't know if that's combined or per outlet. I mean, it's combined because it's a 300 watt max, 600 watt surge. But I don't know if you can plug one thing into an outlet and get 300 watts, or if it's 100 watts per outlet. But yeah, I mean that's pretty nifty. I might pick one of these up. I might get another gift card from the Samsung thing for Amazon and pick one of these up. I'm not too, I don't need it. It'd just be to check it out, but we'll see. You can also plug this into a AC outlet to charge, which is nice. You don't have to use USB like you do on this other one. But, wrong camera. Like you do on the other one, so that's pretty cool. And you can also set the charging speed. So if you like plugging it into like a generator or maybe like an inverter in a car or something like that, and you need to like say it to only pull 150 watts, you can set that in the app on how much it can actually pull to charge, which is a handy feature. But yep, so check those things out. Like I said, I've got all this stuff linked here in the video YouTube shop thing. I think most of these will take you to the Anchor website or the DJI website, whatever one it is for, and you can check them out. So that is that. Get all your stuff before the tariffs go up. But we talked about that, and then we turned it into a little chit chat stream. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks, Larry, for being in the comments as always. And again, thank you guys for watching. Have a great night, everybody.